What's going on, guys? Bill's here from AchievementLand, and I'm here with an achievement walkthrough for Spacejacked. It released onto the Xbox One June 12, 2020 for a price of $9.99. It's another game published by Ratalaika Games and developed by Mage. This is actually one of my favorite games that Ratalaika published. I really like tower defense games, and this one's a really good one. It's a little challenging, but I'm going to show you how to beat this game very easily. With the right technique and a couple tips, you should be able to go through this game no problem. So this game only has 10 achievements. You have to complete the story mode, which consists of 2 acts. And then you got to do endless mode. You got to play on Scot's ship, and you got to beat wave 15. And then you got to do it on Revie's ship, which is a lot harder, and you got to beat wave 8. So I'm going to go through both of them. I'm going to do the story first, and then after we'll do endless mode. So first you have to do the tutorial. That's the only way you can unlock story mode. It's going to show you how to play. It's kind of cool. You can go up and down like Gravity Guy. You just switch up and down. And you can keep flipping. Use the teleporter. Now this is a tower defense game, so you put down turrets. There's 3 different types. The green ones are guns. And you can upgrade them or sell them. The red one is a laser. And then the blue one is a status turret. It shocks them and also slows them down. You have a gun on yourself as well, so you can go around and shoot. That's your blaster. You have a little blue bar on you, and it slows down after you shoot too much, so you have to let it cool down. You're gonna be protecting these cores the whole time. You can repair them. You get metal. You could spend metal on upgrading your turrets and buying turrets. And you can repair them. You shouldn't have to repair them that much, if not at all. You don't want to really waste too much metal on repairing it anyway. So this is pretty much what you're going to be doing. You're going to be putting down turrets and killing enemies and just protecting the core. So you're going to be in the ship and you're going to be moving around. There's 3 different rooms that you got to keep checking on. So you got the engine room, the robotics room, and the medical bay. So they want you to go to each one. Each one has a teleporter in it. You can teleport to each one, and then you can teleport back to HQ. So there we go. That's the end of the tutorial. We got the basics down. We can start the game. We're going to go back to the main menu. We're going to do the story mode, so either one, it don't matter. Let's start the game. Story mode and endless are both unlocked now. We're going to start with story mode, start a new game. Now there's 2 different modes to pick from, Badass or Planner. You want to pick Planner, that's the easier one. It gives you time in between waves and stuff. And you can actually skip the time if you're ready. You can hold our bumper. The first thing you want to do is go to gameplay options and change the difficulty to easy, because for some reason it starts the game off on hard. I actually did the whole thing on hard because I didn't know about that. So I had to replay through this game again and record the footage because I wanted to do it on easy, and it was so much easier, so I definitely recommend changing it to easy. But at the top left, you can see the 3 different areas. There'll be a time countdown on the one that's going to have enemies in it, so you want to teleport to that one, and then you want to set up. Now this is the way I like to set up. I put lasers up here, put the blue slowdown ones on the side, put them down here as well. I put the guns, but I actually switched them. I like the guns up here, so they slow down to get hit by the laser, and they also get hit by the guns. Once you're all set up, you can hold our bumper to skip the countdown. Now the key is selling them. You get all your money back, so when you switch areas, make sure you sell some so you have money for the next one. You want to make sure you have enough money on each one. You don't want to short yourself When you're not in an area and you're not using the guns, just feel free to sell them all as much as you can. The more money you have on you, the better. So there we go. That made quick work of them. Didn't even have to worry much. But look, I have not that much metal, so I'm selling them and getting the metal back. And like I said, you get the same amount back, so you're not losing any, which is good. So go over to the medical bay. You can see that they're coming. And once you're set up, you can hold our bumper to skip the time and have them start coming. Yeah, this is the setup I try to do all the time. I do like the laser around, and then I do the slowdown to stop them, and then guns in their face as they're getting slowed down. If you do this throughout pretty much the whole game, you're going to be set. Like I said, the key is just making sure that you keep selling and have enough money each time. And you can upgrade them as well as you go further into the game. You're going to have a lot more metal. You could start leaving them inside the different areas after a while. Only at the beginning you really have to sell them a lot. After a while you can just leave them. You'll have enough metal to just leave them there and only sell a couple if needed and really upgrade them. Sometimes you have to worry about 2 areas at the same time. So yeah, this is the story mode. This is Act 1. Each act consists of 10 days. So we're doing Act 1. It's going to be 10 days. And then we go to the other ship and we do another 10 days on Act 2. And that's both acts for the story mode. You get an achievement for both, and that's the whole story. So I'm just going to go through all the days, and I'm going to put timestamps for them below. So if you're stuck on any of the days in either of the acts, you can just jump to it. But yeah, it's pretty easy if you just keep doing the same setup and just make sure you're good. Later on, you unlock NPCs that you can do different things with. One of them lets you play this little mini game where you can get extra metal. I didn't really do it that much. I did it one time. I didn't really need that much extra metal, especially being on easy. But if you want to make the game even easier, you can do that each time on every day. You can play it one time and get extra metal. You can get it around like 40 or 50 if you're really good. But like I said, I didn't do it that much. I did it one time. I didn't really need it. After you kill all the enemies and you're done, the guy's going to put it in hyperspace. And that means the day's over. And then what you want to do is go to the teleporter and then you talk to him. And then he'll ask you if you want to start the next day. And then you say yes. So that's what you need to do every time that you finish. And like I was saying, later on, there'll be NPCs that will be by that guy. And you could talk to them first. And you can like play the mini game and try to get some more metal. The other thing, there's an NPC that you can buy upgrades from. You can upgrade your blaster to make it stronger. I did that later on. I recommend doing that. It makes the game a little easier. And then there's also an NPC later on that lets you change what your guns do. Each one of your turrets, they have an alternate mode that you can switch them to. And some of them you want to change, so we're going to do that later on. So with these tactics, you should be able to go through all the days. If you're having any trouble, you can jump to any of the days. I'll have them timestamped below. But yeah, I hope this guide helps you. I'm going to jump back in here and there just to point out a few things. But other than that, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps you. Leave a like if it did. Subscribe if you're not. And I'll catch you guys next time here at AchievementLand. On this wave, you have a hard enemy that comes. This is going to unlock the NPC. So set up on the right side because they come down from the right side here. Put an upgraded gun and some other stuff and you'll be set. I was putting them on the left side. I wasn't totally aware which enemy was coming until after, but I'm just letting you guys know so you'll be better prepared than I was. But he's pretty easy since it's on easy mode anyway. Alright, interact with the NPC, and now we unlock her, and she'll be hanging out in the HQ. This is the one that lets you play the little mini game so you can get more metal. Now it's up to you. It will make the game easier if you play it each day. You can get more metal, but I didn't use it. I only did it one day, so I'm just going to play this one time just to show you what it's like. All you have to do is talk to her, and then she'll say that there's a mini game that you can play, and say yes. You can only play it one time per day. It's a pretty easy mini game. It's a shoot 'em up. You just go around and shoot and you try to collect metal. If you get hit, then it's over. and you lose some of your metal that you collected. It's pretty short, so try to just collect as much as you can and try to survive without getting hit. There's like 2 parts. This is the slow part, and then there's a fast part, which is really easy to get hit. I recommend trying to like stay still and try not to collect too much, because you're better off collecting what you have than getting hit and losing some. Alright, this is the fast part. Even though there's a lot of guys, you want to go around and shoot them all. Don't try to move too much. There we go. I got 46. That's pretty good. And yeah, if you want, you can do that every time. You can do that once a day, and you can get some more. It will make it easier. You can really upgrade your turrets and just leave them there. You don't have to sell as much. But I didn't do that, so it's up to you however you want to play. After you're done playing, talk to the guy, and we'll go to the next day. From here on out, you're going to have to start dealing with more than one room at a time. So make sure you always like set up beforehand, and you're always watching the top left to see where the enemies are coming. We're gonna have another one of those hard guys come out, and this is gonna give us another NPC. So make sure you put down some heavy-duty guns to help kill him. Sell any other guns if needed, if you don't have enough metal. Now make sure you interact with this guy. And now he's going to be in your HQ. This is the guy you can buy upgrades from. I would buy the upgrades. Just sell some of your stuff, get some metal, and just buy all the upgrades. It just makes it easier for you. Your blaster's stronger. So just talk to him. If you want, you can play the mini game and get some more metal from the girl if you want. You need 220 altogether, so it's not that bad. At the end of this one is another one of those hard guys carrying an NPC. This NPC is going to give us an auto repair robot that will fix the core a little bit, so that's cool. Just make sure you have some guns around to kill him, but you should be able to take him out pretty easily if you upgraded. So now a bot's going to come and auto repair your core. Not all the way, he only does it a little bit, but I didn't need that much, so that was good. But also we got the new NPC. Talk to him, so he goes to your HQ. And now this guy's really good. He can reprogram your turrets. So go back to the HQ and talk to him. You actually want to reprogram them all. It will make them all better. Put them all on their alternate fire. So you have the gun. This has two different ones. This one's really good against these slime ones that get through and really destroy you. So you really want to change that one. This laser is so much better too. It stays on them the whole time. And this one's good too because it stays constant. It doesn't do any damage, that's the only difference. But keeping them slowed down is really good. I think it's better just to keep this one on the second one as well. So yeah, just switch them all to their second state. You can keep the gun one on the regular one for now if you want, but I would recommend changing it to the second one as soon as possible. I waited a little bit before I changed it, but yeah, the second one is so much better. It does a lot more damage to the guys that get through easily. You're going to start seeing these big red guys. You want to really focus on them and get them killed as soon as possible. Make sure there's good guns and stuff in their path so that they're going to get a lot of damage taken down before they get close to the core. These guys could really mess you up. I didn't have that much trouble with them on easy, but on hard they were a pain. Alright, so this is day 10. This is going to be the hardest day. Sell your stuff and make sure the two areas that are getting attacked are built up at the same time. And then later on you could start putting stuff on the other one that you took away from. Talk to this guy and reprogram your gun. Put it on the second one. This is kind of crucial because there's a lot of these little slime guys that get through, and the second gun really takes care of them. And upgrade them as much as you can. You want to upgrade the guns and the lasers as much as you can. Make sure you have both areas set up. And then once you're ready, you can hold our bumper. Just always watch the timers at the top. And there we go. Wave 30 is the last wave, and now we're done with Act 1. Now Act 1 goes right into Act 2, so we're going to do that as well. Before you do Act 1, there's this little part here where a bunch of guys attack you. Just let them kill you. There's no point to try to even fight them because you lose no matter what. If you want, just go through and just sell all your stuff. Just get it out of the way so that it ends quicker. Alright, so we're going to go right into Act 2. There's no way to pick Act 2. You have to finish Act 1 to go into Act 2. And this time we're going to be on a different ship. The layout's just a little different, but we still have 3 areas to protect, and you can jump between them. But now our HQ is going to be this middle area, and we have to protect it. And you can put turrets on the side of them. It's not going to be too much of a different strategy from Act 1, so just follow along. If you're stuck and you're having problems with any of the days, I'll have them timestamped below. The NPCs are in this level as well. They're just up here. So you could talk to this girl if you want to play the game and get some metal. I'm not going to do it. You talk to this guy if you want to change any of your turrets. I would keep them all on the second one. Then you can talk to this guy to buy upgrades. You can upgrade your gun even further. I only bought one upgrade. I just bought the firepower, but if you want, you could buy more after a while. But they're a little bit more expensive, and you don't need them that much. And then after you're done, just talk to the guy, and you can start the next day. Here's where we get introduced to a new enemy. There's these red guys that go around and destroy your turrets. Your turrets don't shoot them, so you have to go and kill them. These guys can really mess you up, so you gotta always keep an eye out for them. Anytime new enemies show up in a room, you always gotta just jump in there and check and make sure that there's none of these guys. Thankfully, they don't show up that much, but definitely later on in the later levels, especially the last level, you gotta really watch out for them. There's this big guy that shows up, so make sure you have some good turrets over here, doing a lot of damage to him. You actually don't have to kill him. You have to take down a lot of his health though. Later on, you'll see more of those guys and you actually have to kill them. So you got to make sure that you put down some strong guns. Alright, so this is the final day here, day 20. This one you have to survive for the 6 minutes and 40 seconds. Once it gets down to like 30 seconds left, the door is going to open and it's going to say you have to exit. You gotta really keep jumping around and check the rooms. There's a bunch of these red guys that destroy your stuff. You gotta make sure you keep killing those guys. There's a lot of red guys coming now destroying stuff, but once it hits 40 seconds, the door's going to open, and then we can leave. So as long as everything's intact over here, you should be good. You just don't want them to destroy the core before you exit. Alright, the exit is open, so just make your way out here and just leave. And there we go. We finished Act 2, and we finished the story, and now we're done with story mode. Alright, so we're done with story mode now. We can go over to endless mode. In endless mode, we have to do two different things. There's Scot's ship and then Revie's ship. So we're going to do Scot's ship first. On Scot's ship, we have to make it to wave 15. This one's pretty easy. The thing is, you have to make it to wave 15 without dying or your core destroying either. So that makes it a little harder, but it's not too bad. So you have to make sure that you keep putting down turrets, keep upgrading them. You have to sell them when you go to a different room if you don't have enough metal. You can upgrade your guns and also reprogram your turrets. I actually didn't do it at all through the whole endless mode, so you could do it if you want. It might make it a little easier, but you don't really have to that much. The turrets are better in their second versions on each one, so if you do want to reprogram them and make them the other ones, it will make them stronger and better. The problem is you don't have that much time to do so. There's so much stuff going on, and you got to stay on top of everything. It doesn't give you a lot of time to sell and move things around. And there we go. We beat wave 15 and we got the achievement. And that's as far as we have to go. So after that we can quit out and we can go to the other endless mode and we can do Revie's ship. This time we're on the ship from Act 2 of the story mode. And we only have to make it to wave 8. There's a lot of big guys in this one. If you want, it probably would help out a lot to reprogram your turrets, especially the gun to the second one. I didn't do it. I was still able to manage it and make it through this. But it will probably make it easier for you guys if you just switch it really quick. But yeah, that was just to show you where to do it and how to do it. I went through with just the regular guns. There is a lot of big guys later on, so you got to put a lot of stuff down. Make sure you upgrade a lot. And watch out for the red guys destroying your stuff. But it's not too bad. We only have to make it to wave 8. And there we go. We get the achievement for beating Wave 8. And that's going to be our last achievement. And we're done with this game. So that's it, guys. That's the achievement walkthrough for this game. This game is out now for 10 bucks. I think there's a sale, like a $2 off. But I really enjoyed this game. It was fun. It was pretty challenging. But thanks so much for watching. I hope this video helps you. Leave a like if it did. And I'll catch you next time here at Achievement Land.